Am I up here? Okay. So welcome to another time with us. Good evening. To be sure we're all in class. Good evening. Good evening. It's a bit of time. All right. Thank you. So we're up. Good evening. Okay. You're welcome. 22. We can be more. It can increase. Good evening, everyone. Bonnie Rachel, good evening. It's been a while. Good to see everyone again. Thank you very much for being a part of class today. Of course, before we get into the training, please, okay, should we make the announcement now or a bit to the end of the class? Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. Just a minute, please. Okay. All right. Of course, we have some announcements to make today, and want to ensure that you all benefit from them. So I would allow us to take a bit of time to ensure we're not hiding in class. I mean, to ensure we're a bit more than what we currently are. Good evening, Esther. I think if I okay, just 20. Good evening, everyone. Of course, how's the training been so far? The first announcement would be like, of course, this would be the last week of lecture, I believe so. And of course, later I'll make much of these announcements to us in our private spaces. But I want you to understand that everything we have been taking so far, of course, may largely come to a close this week, and then we can move on to more advanced classes. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. I apologize on behalf. Can you imagine? All right. Of course. Sorry, I know we should have been up since 7. We have some technical issues at the back here. We apologize for that. And again, we thank you for your patience. I think personally, I've been on YouTube before then, and I noticed that a lot of us have been on. So I celebrate you. Thank you very, very much. So to not waste time, just a minute, please. To not waste time, I want you all to, of course, still reach out to your colleagues as usual. So from the last two classes, I want you to know that we have shifted to our master classes. That's the product pricing and technology for product managers. Product pricing is a master class. Technology for product managers is a master class, So I believe that you must know that for most product trainings, the moment you get to your go-to-market class, you're already in a master class. Just a minute, sorry. I need to get some. Oh boy. Trust me, all the calls that should not have come in are choosing this particular time to come in. All right. So, like I said, most of the classes we've been having prior to now have been master classes, and I want to believe we've been taking them seriously. Of course, Lita is not just a training school; it's also a mentorship school. So, from next week going forward, many of the classes will be, or many of the sessions we may be having will be for the mentorship classes. So, general training as we normally have it will stop today. So, going on, I want to believe we're a bit in class. Good evening, Funke, Shundaye, good evening, Martha. Admin, could you pull up that announcement? Let me go now, and at the end of the class too, we'll go on it again for the training. I mean, for digital training, the announcement on screen earlier so that we can speak to it. Thank you. Being heard. All right, so of course we have a training for you guys on Saturday, 26th October by 7 p.m. and Practical steps to thriving in the digital economy. Sorry. So many of us don't really know about the digital space is that it's not a career path. Okay? So the digital space is an economy on its own. When we say economy, it means it creates its own income, it creates its own transaction, it creates its own demand and supply. So, and it's new, it's just like music business. Many of us, some people are in music, but they don't know the business of being in music. Of course, we're not talking about that, but I believe that this session is something you should join. It's not just enough to learn a digital skill. You now need to learn how to thrive in the digital economy. And the resource person is the founder of Secure ID. If you know Secure ID, you know that they're big. So you have her take you through how to, thrive in the digital economy. It's what you need, either as a freelancer or as a career person or as a founder yourself. You need to learn how to thrive. And these things are very expensive. Okay, let me just give you a tip going forward. I have a conference coming up I registered for. I already paid for the conference. So I now saw a particular, I checked the details. I saw a particular class there that they wrote, was it building products and getting investors for your business, blah, blah, blah. So I clicked it and I submitted. Only for the organizers to call me back that, sorry, you have to pay extra 50,000 for that particular class. Of course, I paid it. But I'm just trying to tell you that these things are totally very expensive when you get out there. And of course, many of you will get to know when that time comes. So please avail yourself of this training. Set your time. This is the way I do my things. If I want to not miss something, I set my calendar. So set your calendar now. Set your time. Put it there, 7 p.m., 26th October. Either Google Calendar or your Apple Calendar, and let it remind you. That's how you don't miss it, okay? Thank you very much. And it's on LinkedIn, so you can go to your LinkedIn now. Go to the Incubator events. You set it up on LinkedIn. You can go there and then, register to attend that event. So that way you can get reminders. I believe that is clear. If you are attending, you can let us know in the comment section. Start pushing your, I'm attending. So back to what I was saying earlier. I said this is our last week of lecture. So we're going to be wrapping up the whole lot this week with product-led growth. So let me just give you a breakdown of what product-led growth is. Good. So most companies want to grow. And how most companies grow is they grow by the CEO bringing in clients. They grow by, other forms of businesses. But now that we have a product manager and you're working in a company, most times the company wants to grow based on the product you're managing. For instance, let's say you're a product over Facebook. How will Facebook grow? Facebook is not just a company. Thank you very much. A lot of people are attending. That's very great. I appreciate that. So Facebook wants to grow. Okay? The only way Facebook can grow is if the Facebook app grows. I believe I'm right. Please, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comment section. I'm with you. The only way Facebook can grow is if the Facebook app grows. The only way Twitter can grow is if Twitter app grows. So what I wanted us to do, okay, so everything I've taught you from the beginning till last week, not till last week, till product launch, the first class that BC took, was of course your basic competencies in the product management space, I know how to write my user story, I know how to do PROD, I can manage developers, I know all of this and that. Of course, technology for product managers, those are your skills you need within the product management space. But product-led growth now is how to grow. Most times when you apply for jobs, they will ask you, sorry, apologies please. So thank you. They will ask you if you want to be a growth product manager, or they will ask you if you are growth oriented. So a growth oriented product manager is not just, by the way, I want to thank all of you that have been engaging on LinkedIn. I've seen a lot of you come up and anything I type, you jump on it, and that's very encouraging. Thank you very much. Moving forward, so as a growth product manager, what you're trying to do is you're not just building a product, you're expanding a company. I'll repeat again. You're not just building a product, you're expanding a company. So while you're expanding your company, what you're doing is enhancing that company's product so that as the product grows, the company can grow. So it's growth that is product led. It is a growth that is engineered by the product of the company. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not talking over our heads. Good. So I would want our first 30 minutes to be like a fireside chat. Okay, you know what they call fireside chats, like we're just discussing, like it's a podcast. So I would like to, all of us to ask questions in regards what you think about product-led growth and what you can see on your topic. I know it's a bit weird to some of us, conversion, optimization through user intent and all of that, and you're wondering what's going on here, and it doesn't look like a new skill. Of course, it's not just a skill this time around, it's skill plus management plus growth. So it's different. So now, good evening. This name is Plenty. I don't know how to start calling it. Good evening, Adebajo Feyishi Kemi Zenith Fashion Empire. How did YouTube approve this your name? It's okay. Moving on. So what you're learning now is not just UI and UX. Okay? It's not how to write a PRD. That's why it's a bit advanced. This is more of, now you're a product manager, you're working, you have your job. So these are the kind of on-the-job trainings. Let's say you're working for a company on the island and there's a training maybe at Radisson Blue, at a hotel, then you wait for, this is what this is like. So I want you all to take it really seriously, pull up your notes together and put your time together. All these long names, how did you guys get Facebook and YouTube to approve it? Please teach me. Okay, so I can just put the Lord's Prayer as my name. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. YouTube. That's okay. So moving on, I want us to take some time to just ask a few questions. If you're in the product space, one thing you cannot assume of yourself is to assume that you are just a tech person. And I will come again. If you're in the product space, one assumption you cannot have in yourself is that you are just a tech person. You're more than a tech person. Let me shock you. You know the last time I told you you're a T-shaped professional, right? That's camel. Let me show you something. I mean, that's basically camel. I know there is T-shaped, but there is something they call N-shaped. Okay? There's something they call N-shaped professional, and I will show you. There is N and there is M, which is way bigger. Somebody can go online and look for the meaning of N for me. What is an N-shaped professional? Lowercase n. Say, please, what are we attending? You're attending meeting. You have already registered. Don't worry, 2 a.m. will call you. Okay, Osumala, we're going to discuss that towards the end of the meeting. So there is T-shaped professional, there is N-shaped, and there is M-shaped. So I want all of you to go on Google and tell me what's the meaning of an N-shaped professional and an M-shaped professional. Thank you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Because I noticed that if I just rush us into the slides for today, many of us will be looking at my face from the beginning to the end of this class. So I want us to check some things out by ourselves. T-shaped professional, N-shaped professional, M-shaped professional. What do you think? What do you know about them? Okay, I'm waiting. The last thing I'm saying is Wahala. I don't know how that relates to what I talked about, so I need you all to get into the comments and push. All right, I'm waiting. Phew. Okay, someone is defining. N-shaped professional is used to describe individuals who possess multiple areas of expertise and can integrate them effectively. Exactly. It's a definition I'm looking for. You know, for a T-shaped professional, you have depth in one area, right? You have depth in one area. But for N-shaped professionals, you have depth in two areas. So you get it more with the small letter N, not the small letter N. That small letter N. So you have depth in two areas. For now, I'm not saying I get shape. Amaka, you guys are like I for now. I one. But it's growing, you're getting better. Um, exactly. No, it's not just two areas. You know, for T-shaped, you have deep knowledge in one area and you have wide in a lot of areas. For N-shaped, exactly, develop knowledge in two areas, okay? And of course, you still have your T. Then there's M shaped. Trust me, there's M. It's not just N. We still have letter M. The journey is far. M shaped are very scarce actually. They are very, very scarce. Maybe someone like Elon Musk will say it's an M shaped. M shaped is small letter, so you have depth in like three or more areas. So your journey is far. I said all of that to say this. So you're learning. So product-led growth is what we want to use to deepen you a bit. And if you have been seeing those interviews I told you to check, if you have been seeing them and you have seen the things they do, right? Those are the things you'll be noticing here. Okay. All right. Multiple domains. Exactly. So let's move on. So for product-led growth, we're covering three things. But for today, we're looking at conversion optimization through user intent. Okay. Conversion optimization through user intent. Let me just share you my slides so that we can move very fast today. Sorry. Oh, wait. I think I should have finished. Let me be sure. So just a minute. Just a minute. Um, just a minute, please. I think I pulled the wrong slides. Okay, thank you. I think we're good to go now. Okay, please, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now? So we're looking at mastering conversion optimization through user intent. If you don't mind, I think I prefer, okay, thank you, exactly. This is the view I wanted to ask of. Thank you very much. So mastering conversion optimization through user intent. And I said discover how to optimize conversion rates by understanding and leveraging user intent. This guide explores, the growth wheel, conversion concepts, and a four-part framework for improving user engagement and conversion. So this is what this is about. You're a product manager, you're already working, okay? You're already working, and you need to, your product is launched. So this product is good. You're already working, your product has launched, and now you need to, increase your conversion. Conversion is how many people are downloading, how many people are using. You have your metrics out there, right? So So how are they downloading? How are they using? That's what you're here for. Sorry, I can't bold in here. I can only zoom out for you to see. Only you can see it better. So, of course, this is not it's just an instruction really. So don't worry, this is what you need to focus on. The mastering conversion optimization through user intent. Now, what do we mean by user intent here? Let me help you. Let me ask you a question. Let's get really practical. When you are hungry, no, let me use the word you are hungry. If you are craving, where do you go? Let's say you are craving for pizza. Where do you go? Right now, what comes to your mind? You are craving and pizza comes to your mind. Where do you go? You are craving and pizza comes to mind. Where do you go? I'm waiting. Somebody said child day. Is there an application? Okay, Domino's, Debonair, Kilimanjaro. I'm doing a research. I've seen Domino's 3 times now. 3 is okay. Pizza Hut. Okay. I've seen Domino's 3 times already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of 5, out of about 7 entries, Domino has highest 3. Chowdeck has gotten to Domino's 4. So, of course, so far, Domino's is it. And I will explain. So those of you who pick Domino's, why? Can all of you type why you pick what you picked? Everyone, quickly. You just woke up. So pick Domino's, why? Apologies for now, Domino's has it, so we can stop on that now and just start answering why. So for now, Domino's has it. So the question is, why? I'm waiting. If you have picked Domino's, why are you picking Domino's? Why wouldn't you go for another? Because what people need to understand is that it's just a digital product. It's still a product. Someone said they are within reach. Okay. Domino's has best service. Okay. Closest to your area is the closest I've seen so far. The truth is, I'm not a pizza person. All right. I'm not a pizza person. But I can tell you for a fact that I know Domino's. Let me show you. I'm just seeing Pizza Hut. I've seen Pizza Hut is when I was playing logo games. I don't think I've ever seen a Pizza Hut building or logo outside before. Now, I've not seen Chowdeck before physically. I've not seen Debonair. I've seen Kilimanjaro, but I never knew they were for pizza. I've not seen Pizzeria. I've not seen Debonair, Panarotis, whatever. I've not seen all of this. Now, somebody said Dominion is a no-no. Thank God we didn't say Dominion. We said Domino. Now, this leads me to say one thing. I'm not a pizza person. I'm not a pizza person at all. I've eaten it before. I think I would have done better with bread and stew. God forgive me. I'm not a pizza person. So why did I say all of that? For me to know Domino's. See, if you want to test how much people know about your product, of course, I know you've done your empathy map and all of that. It's not about how regular people who regularly use your product know about it. It's not about people who use your product regularly know about it. The people that don't know. Because this is the idea. When you are looking at intent, let me not jump, we'll get there. When you're looking at intent, you know, intent is a bit psychological. So, product management, let me help you guys, is not more tech than it is for the lack of a better word. For the lack of a better word, let me use the word psychic. Who knows the meaning of psychic? Somebody can help me with the meaning of psychic here. It's not, I don't want to use psychology, because psychology is still studying human behavior of the past. For instance, I saw a question on YouTube, no, on Twitter. Funke, don't worry, I'll wait it one day. If I don't like it, I drop, I'll find you. So, um, somebody asked, a program manager is somewhere trying to think of, you know, trying to study the past behavior of people to build a product. Now, what people are asking is, can you study the future behavior of people? That's why I put this image there. You can see the guy walking into the future. So you're looking at the future behavior of people. So they asked the product manager a question. They said, what kind of products should Google build in the next 5 years? So the essence of this class is to make your brain crazy, if I can use that word. And I'm going to ask all of you here, what kind of products should Google build in the next 5 years? You can ask AI. Let me see what AI gives all of you. But I need your answer first. What kind of products should Google build in the next 5 years? I'm waiting. Quickly. I'm waiting. Because intent is what people are intending to do. They've not even done it. And it's not only able to study all their past actions to determine their current behaviors. These days, things are crazy. So, what products, for instance, many of you out there now, you say you want to build another product, you want to build another Twitter, you want to build another Instagram, you want to build another whatever. Now, looking at the next 5 years, what products should you build? What do you think will be reigning? What do you think markets will want? Okay. Someone who has strange mental power, exactly. Psychic, your mental energy must be strong, but not strange. Anyways, let's go into the what should people build in the next 5 years? We're almost there. Somebody said healthcare platforms. Why? Mhm. Yes, I'm following. Just a minute, please. Oh, apologies. I was just trying to wonder what's going on. All right, apologies. Can you guys hear me now, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've seen a lot of replies. Yes, so I was speaking to the health platforms. I was speaking to the health platforms. I was speaking to the health platforms. So I was speaking to the health platforms. Now, let me ask you a question quickly. Why did you think health platform is it? Why do you think health platform is it? Collaborative workspaces. Good. Now, do you know that? Let me ask you a question. Mark Zuckerberg is doing one thing currently. I'm trying to know how. So, Mo Fopefuluwa mentioned VR applications, and I will explain why VR is something. Or AI-powered VI for homes and offices. Now, Happy Osaje, please, where did you get this your idea from? So I will speak to 4 ideas before we move on. Happy Osaje, sorry, there is one I saw. John Omontina, I'm going to speak to your idea as well. Please remind me if I do not speak to you. And Olapadola Tundu, yours is quite okay. I'll speak to those 3. Number 1, so Happy said AI-powered virtual assistants for homes and offices. Now, what Happy just put there is Internet of Things. That's called Internet of Things. Let me tell you something. People are increasingly getting tired of doing things for themselves. And I will explain to you. Follow me. Now, your work as a program manager, you forget at the beginning, I said it's prescriptive. When I was speaking about data, when I taught you data, I said prescriptive, and I mentioned something, I said predictive. Predictive means you can look into the future. That's your work. Now, let me ask you a question, and I will tell you why Happy was right with that thing. Currently, the way people are with AI, people are seeing possibilities. Let me shock you guys. Most times, if I want to prepare slides, I only sit down to write a block of notes, okay? I can write a block of notes, maybe 2 pages, just type out in my head, type, put out. If I'm done, I know where I take it to, and to convert to slides straight off. Can you guys hear me? I know where I take it to convert to slides, plus the image, plus the number, anything. I don't do that. Why? People are seeing how much they can increasingly achieve something faster. So, look at what last week Tesla released some products, self-driving cars, not just electric, not just self-driving, but it does not make noise, does not make sound, and a host of other technologies. It did public transport to self-driving, then it did robots, Optimus that could work in homes. I'm not getting comments. I want to be sure you guys can hear me, please. So, of course, Tesla did all of that. And what is that? That is leveraging. See, let me tell you something. The future must look like the future. I don't know who is writing this down, but I learned that word from Elon Musk. The future must look like the future. The future must not look like the past. So, as a person, we cannot be increasing, we cannot release 3G. They're using 3G for video call, for chatting. They release 4G, they are using it for the same thing. They release 5G, they're using it for the same thing. All you're doing is, I just want to buy a phone that can use 5G. Do you know the possibilities of 5G? So the more they're increasing network and bandwidths and bandwidths and applications and all of that, we must look at how to play in the future. And that's what user intent is basically. What are people thinking in the next 5 years? What would they want to do? He built a product. Can you put a feature that can put them in the future? Hey, I think I'm a motivational speaker and I'm sounding deep. But trust me, it's not motivational speaking at all. It's not motivational speaking at all. And I would explain. Please just give me a moment, just a very simple moment. Sorry. Yes. All right. So let me move further. So let's talk about the growth wheel. As a product manager, your journey is going through 5 phases: acquisition, activation, engagement, retention, and monetization. I call it the growth wheel. Acquisition, activation, engagement, retention, and monetization. I'll come again. Acquisition, activation, engagement, retention, and monetization. So this is simple. When you acquire, you are guiding customers through, open app, setup. We call something aha moment. I mentioned it earlier on, and I said I'm going to go more on it in product metrics. So aha is a state of eureka. It's a state of realization. It's a state of achievement. That okay, I found it. I could do it. That's aha moment. So activation is you get your customers through app open, sign up, set up, reach aha moment. Of course, what I did on that Google question is not what we're doing here. But this, what customers want to do for you to get their intent. Sorry, acquisition. For what customers are intending to do, you may not know it. Do you understand? I can be somewhere, I want to check my health. I can be somewhere, I want to check my hands. I can be somewhere, I want to eat. I said I will speak to somebody's app. So Internet of Things, before I go to acquisition, what I said this person does. So people may want to enter their house, they want doors to open, they may want to have doors that they connect to their phones, connect all their appliances to their phones, maybe application that runs the home. So that means, and I believe strongly that the future of tech will be hardware and software, because we cannot do much with software only. Do you understand? All these, I'm looking for my phone, I'm looking for my charger, all of those things. We may begin to have chargers that we have Bluetooth connections, can connect to phones. Do you understand? Or that one is even very small, but to wire your entire home appliances. And you know that we now have smart homes now, which have been long gone. We had smartphones a long time ago, But Internet of Things now is that you can interact with everything. You have Alexa. Before, people were playing music. Do you understand? And then they create button for next, for previous, for stop, for play. And that means if you're in your bedroom and you are playing a song in your room, you have to come out, trek out to press play. So what did Amazon and Co do? They saw ahead of time and they create a product that just by voice you can speak to it. Now, don't be scared that when they get to the future, you can create a product that maybe with neuroscience, maybe just by thinking about it, I wish that music stopped. It stops. I don't know yet where it can come. But the essence of product management is to think into future, not just past thinking. Look at the current possibilities. Like I said, AI has increased how much people are becoming less willing to do things. So that they can, and either you like it or not, if you like, you can be preaching, they're enhancing laziness, or you can see it as a loophole you can exploit. The ball is in your court. So that's what I saw when that person said appliances, things can come up later. A lot of inventories that can be taken, You can have storage facilities that are automated, maybe automated buckets as much as possible, and they will now have applications for the phone. So product management is you will still have to go into physical product later on. Maybe if you buy your rice, you can pour everything into that particular bucket, and the thing can tell you, okay, and the estimate maybe the rice here, can you come? You can, and then it can give you the kg or maybe the number of bowls or whatever measurements you use, and then you can go to the app. Okay, how many times do you eat rice in a week? Maybe 10 times. How many people eat per meal? 4 times. And the thing can calculate how long the rice should last, and then can be alerting you and all of that. So even if you're not at home, you have your full kitchen inventory. And whether we like it or not, it could become a reality. You can talk about doors, you can talk about water, toilets, and people don't know when water is going and when water is not going on. Water has to finish before they pump. Crazily smart homes, Internet of Things, basically, where everything around you is automated and then you can manage them from your phone. Before we had to buy remotes for AC, buy remotes for TV, buy remotes for radio. Right now, you don't need to do that anymore. Do you understand? So a lot of inventions that may need to come. And in case you don't know some of these things, if you Google them, they do. It's just the words we use, we know. And the thing about advancement and technological advancement is that why some people are primitive and they're still using typewriter. If you go to some villages, some offices, in some local governments in your village, probably, you see some typewriter there. Or you see some very big cathode ray tube computers. Yeah, a lot of things can be implemented. So there is the future. The future is Internet of Things, and so are we going to have? So think about it. A lot of things can begin to come. Somebody mentioned healthcare. There's something Apple Watch does. Healthcare platform. So if you buy Apple Watch and use it with your Apple with your phone, it's as good as you have a doctor around you, a diagnostic doctor. Anyway, it's not like somebody who can treat. But there was someone that tweeted that Apple was already telling him he was going to be sick of something, and he saw it 5 days after, and was like, is this not witchcraft? And people said, no, you just pieced information together, you just add different patterns together, and it's giving you so predictive. Exactly. So predictive products, and you have to think into the future. And so, of course, people are becoming increasingly impatient. They want to know what it's like. So, if possible, you are not giving them a Ouija board or a crystal ball, but of course, something that can help them to be more proactive about their health. Do you understand? Some people will just say, I'm stopping sugar. I'm stopping sugar. You don't even know if you need the sugar. I don't take Coke again. You don't know if you need Coke. Do you understand? You don't know. Yeah, so you don't know if you need Coke. You don't know if you need all of these things. So you have to be careful. And maybe there is a device around you that can check your blood sugar. Okay, you need to even take more sugar right now. And then you have to really take it. And you have to really take it. So going forward, acquisition in under the growth wheel now for managing user intent, ads and organic search. Now, I just said that about the future, how product management is predictive. Now, back to our class. The growth wheel, your first place is acquisition. Acquisition, you're using ads, you're using organic search to get that out. That is, you want to ensure that you are available before the customers get to your application. Somebody can get to, let's say you find yourself in Mowe, and you just want to, you know, you just feel like, let me get what I'm trying to say. You just feel like barbing your hair with a very good barber. The first thing and if you don't know anybody, the first thing you do, if you ask anybody in Mowe, you ask them, or you ask anyone, is doing a very good barber here? So that's the way Google search works. So of course, that means for your acquisition, you're looking at your product marketing. I won't go into all of that at all. I know we've exhausted marketing in this training. So that's acquisition, ads, organic search, traffic that leads to app installs. From acquisition, then you move to activation. Activation means guide customers through app open, sign up, and set up. Don't forget that what they want to do is, for instance, let's say um, you want to do, you don't know about WhatsApp before. I wanted to make video call with your friends. Acquisition means, let me show you something. Let me show you what acquisition is. Let me show you what acquisition is. Let us go together. Um, let me show you what acquisition is. Let me show you what activation is. Yeah, it's not just like tutorial, it's your journey. I believe you can see my screen. So let me help. You are a project manager, right? You're a project manager in a company. You're a project manager in a company, and you are looking for project management application to work with. Yeah? You're looking for project management applications. Let me show you what acquisition and activation is. If it's those two I can talk about before we go on break, I'm successful. Are you following me? Let me know if you can see this particular screen. I'm showing you a full screen so that you can see it, so we can go together. Okay, you can see it. Let's start this way. I'm a product. Now we're doing a case study. Let's see how activation work for your product. So I'm a project manager. I just got a job and I want to just manage my time using an application online. But I don't know about any application before. I don't want to mention, because if I mention, I'm sure some people use voice activation. So I don't want to mention, I don't know. So we want to see how acquisition works. Now let's start. Let's type. So what do you type? What do you search for? Let me see the keywords all of you search for. You are a new project manager in an office. You just want to manage your solution, whichever way you want to manage it, and you want to manage your projects, and you don't know what to use to manage it, and you are trying to search for an application to help you. What will you type? Some people can type project management applications. Some people can type manage my tasks. Let me know what you will type. Anyone here? The first meaningful thing I will see, I'm going to use that to search. Because acquisition starts from search. It does not start from Play Store. That's the problem with many product managers. You assume that people go to Play Store. Nobody goes to Play Store. Nobody goes to App Store. People go with Google. Somebody said project management tools. Okay, let's start with that. Let's search for project management tools. Let's see what comes out first. What did you see first? Monday. Okay, personally, me, I don't click on sponsored. Of course, but you can see that all these people sponsor their posts. Can you see my screen? You can see that people sponsored. There is monday.com. There is ClickUp, sponsored. There is ClickUp again, Zapier, Zoho, Project Tracker, SimplyLearn, Trello. Now, that means if you type project management tools, this shows up. Now, let's go to, somebody said manage task. So let's say you are not even an informed project manager to even know things like tools. Okay, good. Somebody said step to managing products. Exactly. Because people are going to type really weird things. What do you see there? Product plan. This is a blog. Okay. Hotjar. Okay. Career Foundry. Appstelia. Product School. Amplitude Freeze. There's not a single product here. Makes sense. So this is blog. So let's just type manage tasks. Manage tasks. I'm seeing that from somebody said application to manage tasks. I saw that earlier. Application used to manage tasks, exactly. So let me type that. Okay, I'm seeing monday.com. So either I like it or not, I may click on monday.com if I don't know anything about it. So I click on monday.com. That's acquisition. Monday.com has gotten me first. Are you following? So at this point, when it comes to acquisition, Monday.com has gotten me, bringing customers through ads and organic search. Through ads and organic search. So Monday.com already got me. Now let's move on. Now, for your application, okay, you didn't see Monday in your end. Of course, you can click on the one you saw. You can click on the one you saw. You're just checking intent. And as a product manager, this is how you learn. Now let's look at Monday.com, see what they type. Project management made easy. That's what I mean. What else am I looking for? It's easy I'm looking for. So ensure that your copies are well written. Manage simple to complex projects and everything in between with Monday.com. Somebody said click up Asana Jira. That's fine. Up with that. Now, look at it. Select what you want to manage. Project management. I'm able to test myself. I click it. See what's on that. See where they put this button. Now, we'll still get there. See where they put this button. Get started. Now, when we come back on break, from the break, we're going to be checking a lot of things like this. Please, I beg you, you have to speedily go and, of course, I said the first 30 minutes, the first phase will be like a fireside chat, which is the first 30 minutes, and then we've delved into it. The last, this, for product-led growth, we have 3 different courses, and we're finishing one every day. So please, fill your attendance speedily, and then just come back very, very fast. We'll pick it up from here. We are under activation and acquisition. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome back. I believe we're back now. So let's move on to where we were. So you have, yes, we're back. We're back. Let me hold on a bit for. I will give you 1 minute before I move on into the class. So I said, okay, my 1 minute is not elapsed yet. Let me hold on. Just a minute. Okay, 1 minute is gone. So let me get into it. If you're around here, can you just indicate quickly? We can get 10 responses. I'll push. Let's go over here. Okay, one. All right, so of course, acquisition is what we did on Google the other time. We Googled the name and then they came up and we clicked them. That's acquisition. Now we have gotten to activation. Now you're inside the application, project management made easy. After project management, activation, I'm not yet activated, don't get strong. Because don't forget what we said. We said for activation, guide customers through app open, sign up, and set up to reach aha moments. Bring in customers through what? Ads and organic search, that's acquisition. For activation, you're getting them through app open. What I've done currently is app open. But you will guide them. So let me say how they're guiding me. You guide them to where? To after app open, sign up, set up to reach aha moment. Now, so let's go. We've gotten app open. Now, for you to sign up, can you see where they put get started? There's get started here. Look at my mouse. There's get started here. There's also get started here. So that means before I even scroll, or anytime I scroll away, I'm always seeing get started. Do you understand? Even when I go to the end, get started. Do you understand? And then at the hero page, get started. What they are doing here is that they are guiding my journey so that I can achieve my intent. Now look at, I click on get started. Since it's very close arrow. Now look at this. Name, I will type my name and move on. But see what they did for the first one here. Continue with Google. The idea is to make my journey easier. Instead of me typing, I can just click in Google. Now, I can click any of my Google names. Let me click the first one. Now I'm in, continue. Now see now I have to continue. Now, hey there, they are still guiding me. I'm not there. All of these things you're looking at is intent shaping. Hey there, what brings you here today? Okay, work. What's my work? Team leader. Then I continue. They are guiding me. You can see continue button showing. So don't think that your job is just to be sitting there and say, "Yeah, developer, design it, UI, do it, then go and sit down." You have to think through this journey and guiding them. Okay, how many people are on your team? Let's say I have 2 to 5. How many people work at your company? 20 to 49. I continue. Select what you'd like to manage first. I click product management. Okay, PMO, okay, product management. Exactly. That is what yeah. Now you can see I'm moving in now. I'm moving in. It's just guiding the user. Now, have I started managing products? No. But at least you're showing me, okay, select what you like to focus on first. Project management. Thank you. One last question. Now, they know I may be getting tired. For them to put one last question, even if I'm getting discouraged, I can move further. This one is for them to know. So one last question. How did you get to know about them? Start changing. Continue. This will make the product manager to know where to put energy more. Now, I click product management, I click everything I want to do. I'm inside the application. Let me see. It's taking time. It's taking time. Because this is what they expect you from a company. Don't think I've written BRD. Do you understand? Now, they brought something for me to feel. It may look stressful, but see what they put under here. Remind me later. Meaning, I don't want to do it now. Don't stress me. So don't just, because I don't want you to just assume I've done BRD. I can do user research. I can do empathy mapping, and so your work starts when you're thinking through their journey. All right. So let's start working together. Give your board name. Okay, let me call it Beta Project. I've not reached my aha moment yet. Okay, relevance columns, owner status, due dates, maybe priority, maybe files, maybe notes. I want it. Timeline, of course. Next, it's looking like it's transformed the way. Okay, I want to see everything. I want to say, okay, they're showing me how it looks. Okay, table, Kanban board, Gantt, okay, calendar, and they're showing me how to look. Cards, timeline. I think I prefer timeline. Table. I think I prefer table for me. Let me move on. List your project tasks. Okay. One chapter one, teach students. Task two. Although this is already stressing me personally, I won't lie to you. I feel like I should have reached there already. Well, teach students, attend class. Okay, coming. Teach students, set assignments. This thing I'm bringing to you, do it yourself on different applications. I mean, you have to know product management, you also know the project management, you also be something else, but do it with yourself on different apps. Let me see. Set assignments, mark assignments. So next, new projects to work better, to do, time frame completed. I don't get what you're saying. We'll just get started. Please don't stress me. So now I'm here. I'm into the application. Now they're giving me this. Now, I may not have reached my aha moment, but I'm already here. So look at this, teach students, owner, who am I assigning it to? I can type somebody's name or email. This is very perfect. Do you understand? Due date, priority, notes, I'm moving on. That's all. So you could see, maybe I've reached my aha moment, maybe not. So can you see what I wrote here? Guide. Okay, moving on. Guide customers through app open, sign up, and set up to reach aha moments. I want to ask you a question. Did that product pass acquisition and activation? I saw them through search engine acquisition, they passed. Activation, did they pass? Because that's the growth wheel. They are the journeys your application must roll through. Yes, somebody said yes. That's good. Somebody say yes. Okay. Let's look at engagement. User discover features, take action, and experience local aha. I think I would still like the app really. Really. I think I like the settings you get. So of course, now as a product manager, you've done activation. Now what about engagement? Users discover features, take action, and experience local aha moment. I discovered some features. You know, they said I can use table, I can use any other method, and I pick table. Let me see. Can I change? Let me go there. Can I change from table? What if I'm getting bored of table and I wish I'm not seeing table all the time? Can I change the view? settings, more actions. Okay, I can export to Excel. Okay, I can also move it as Excel. Makes sense. So that means I can do my work here and download Excel. Of course. Okay, it's looking more like it. I'm seeing features. I'm liking it. Okay, I can change board type. Shareable, private. I'm seeing it. I can see other ways to see it. Instead of seeing table, can't I just see it in a different way? What if I want to see Canva or something? In columns, item highlight, functional column, before item values. Well, so this is what we call aha moment. That will be looking at your products. Okay, okay. Let me see if I still look for another one. Do you understand? So personally, I've used project management apps, so I may not be happy with this one. I'm not sure it hit it well for me. So the features are okay, but not enough. So we now have retention, that's engagement. When people discover features, when they take action, when they experience their aha moment is hey, I like what I'm doing. So what about engagement? Okay, let's look for another app. Let's try a chat app. Let's try a chat app. And let me put call my friend. Let me search for call my friend. Let me see what works for me. Is there any application? Don't play music. Why is the music that is showing? Genius. So of course it's a song that is coming up. Okay, so let me change it to make video calls. Let me just see what I see. So there is LiveWire, there is WhatsApp. So that really WhatsApp does join. Okay. Now the dial pad. Online. This one said how to make a video call. The truth is, if I don't know about video call at all, I'm going to pick dial pad. Now look at it. See what I saw. Dial pad tells me online video call app for businesses. Use it for free. So what you have here are meta descriptions and meta headers. So write it down. As a product manager, your meta description is very key. Now look at it. Start making unlimited online video calls for free with unlimited audio recordings, virtual backgrounds, and more. It just takes a minute to get started. Let me ask you a question. Does WhatsApp have all these features? I'm listening. Does WhatsApp have all these features? Yes, they do. They do. Unlimited video calls, unlimited audio recordings, virtual backgrounds, they do. In fact, they do more. But did they write it there? No. Open WhatsApp, then tap calls. So you can see that if you do not, let's be sincere with ourselves. If you do not know about anything before, you don't know about WhatsApp, you are very ignorant, you know Messenger as regards calls. From this page, you open and you are reading. Which one would you have done first? I would have clicked on that part because the one close to it. Start making unlimited online video calls for free. That's a crazy copywriting. With unlimited audio recordings, virtual backgrounds, and more. Will it take time? No, it just takes a minute to get started. So, this fast activation, let's click. It passes, what do we call it? It passes acquisition. Let's do the activation. So, get started. We're getting started. Let's see. Meanwhile, they're already putting seed pricing. I thought you said this for free. Now you're putting seed pricing. Which one is seed pricing? Like? Because for you to say free pricing, you have already lost me. You said it's free. Which one is free pricing? AI voice, AI meetings, AI contact center. After this point, they've lost me. I won't lie. Even in the demo, I can't go beyond this page. Trust me, I don't know. But let me just try for the sake of the class. Let me move on. But they've already lost me. See all these ones now. They are stressed. I'm not doing it again. Trust me. I'm not. They're wasting my time. I'm not. They're wasting my time. I can't feel all of these things because of what. So they have acquisition, but there's no activation, and there's no engagement. It's rubbish. So let's just pity WhatsApp there. Let's pity WhatsApp. WhatsApp app, okay, how to make video calls. Okay. Make a voice call, camera WhatsApp call. Okay, this is their help center. I want the application. Let's see what WhatsApp does. Let me see the journey so that I can move reference. Which one is help center? This one is help center, they have everywhere. They can't even link me to the app to download the app. Sorry, WhatsApp acquisition is terrible. We know the app, all of us know the app is good, but the acquisition is too bad because I've typed it. In fact, I even typed WhatsApp video call for crying out loud, and you are still showing me how to. Well, maybe they're not looking for activation anymore. A lot of people already have their products. So they believe for you to come online, I want to come and search for WhatsApp video call, maybe you need help. Maybe there is an issue you're looking for, and which is true. I'm not giving an excuse for them. That's just what you must know as a product manager. If you have fulfilled your objective, move on. Maybe everybody knows about WhatsApp now. And what they are trying to do is to make sure that, okay, for you to have issues, for you to be looking for WhatsApp video call, it means you need help. So let's help you. So I look at their meta description. Open WhatsApp, then tap the calls tab, group call or new call. Find the contact you want to video call, then tap the video call. This is good. This is good. I think they believe that at this point it is help you need. It is help you need. Okay, so let's look for e-commerce. Oh no, I can't type e-commerce platform. I can put sell online. That's what I'm looking for. Sell online. How to sell online. Shopify, Jumia, and all of that. So, of course, let's move on with our class. So, retention. Trigger users to open the app and engage with its features. Trigger users to open the app and engage with its features. Okay. So trigger users to open the app and engage with its features, and then you have monetization. Move users from sign up to free tier, then to pay tiers and transactions. So as users start to use the app and they are enjoying it, quickly start bringing them up to other solutions where they can pay. For instance, you can use Google to the point they can tell you that you have exhausted your space. For you to get more space, come and pay this amount every month, and they will give you 50 gig free every month to use. You get the idea. So as you're moving people from using free to pay, they're using you to say, sorry, for you to pay this in offline, download YouTube music. They are just going to pay this for this month. But for you, before you even pay, this is for free for 1 month. So from sign up to free tier, then to pay tier and transaction. As a product manager, you must map out that journey. When the people sign up, what are the things they can use for free? What are the things they will pay for? Do you understand? I believe you've taught you product pricing, so you know all of that. You can't do product pricing without feature segmentation. You must segment your features to what people can be willing to pay for. You can't pack your simple, very common features on paid. Imagine somebody releases a mailing system now, and it's paid for. Something you already have on Google, you will not sell. Moving on. So, I said, let's look at understanding conversion. Understanding conversion. Conversion, users move from one action to another. That's conversion. Discovering value at each step. So as they are coming from acquisition to monetization, they are moving from one action. And your job as a product manager is to ensure that they're discovering value at each step. Okay? What you are trying to achieve is a non-zero drop-off. However, it's a lie. People will drop off. I just dropped off from many platforms now. Okay? Now, people will drop off. What is drop off? The reality is that as people are using your app, and they're crossing each space, you get tired. They stop. But don't forget, your target is to achieve a non-zero drop-off. That's the reality. Achieve a non-zero drop-off at each action. That okay, from acquisition, I didn't drop anybody. Activation, I did not drop. As I'm moving in, I didn't drop. So a non-zero drop of what you're looking at here. Then optimization. Optimization is that you are ensuring minimal drop-off. Ensure minimal drop-off. The idea is people should not be getting discouraged as they are progressing to your app. Okay, they found you on Google, and then you stress them along, they start deleting your application. They are uninstalling it. So ensure to not, so whatever you're going to do to keep people on your platform, and it's simple. Let's move on. Let me show you a few things. There's a difference between user intent and user needs. Are you following? There's a difference between user intent and user needs. Needs are very, very broad. I want a project management app. But intent is very specific. Okay, needs can be, I want to manage my project. Don't forget we did problem statement and user needs and all of that earlier on. Sorry. Okay, that aside. Now let's talk about needs. Um, we did problem statement, we did empathy mapping earlier on, right? What you're doing with that is to understand what people need. Okay, I want to manage my project better. Projects are failing in my hands. I not failing in my hand, Jesus' name. I want to do it better. I want all of that. So what do? That's a need. So because of the need is why you're building your product. But intents are very, very deliberate. They are very, very specific. So they are actionable when it comes to, and you can use them for your product design. For instance, I showed you where the person put the button earlier on for get started. Why is get started 3 times on the landing page? Why do we have it static on the menu bar? Why do you have it in the hero section? Let me show you something. Sorry. Let me see my history. Let me try another app this time. Let me see. Watch movies. I want to watch movies. I don't know if it's free or not. The first one that came out was Just Watch. All these people that used to advertise, most times they don't have anything good. That's why they advertise. So personally, I don't like clicking ad pages when I'm searching online. Well, let me just click this Just Watch. Now, look at Just Watch. Just Watch has, for you to be Just Watch, you are telling me I can watch you. So Just Watch has all of this. Now, in intent shaping, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ensure that users can access what they want. Why do you think people pack movies? Sorry, just a minute. Just a minute, please. Okay, just a minute. So I was asking, why do you think people pack the movies on the screen this way? Because in intent shipping, you want to ensure that user can see what you want. This one's on the landing page that says get started. All right, let's move again. Let's see other food. I saw Glovo first. I clicked on Glovo. Now, the next thing, what's your address? Login. Of course, I know that, this looks a Nigerian app, so there may be a lot of work to do. Do you understand? But it's still not bad. You get what I'm saying? It's still not bad. So let's move on to what I was showing you guys. So intent, when it comes to user intent, is very specific. Registering on an app is an intent. My need might be being a good project manager. But intent, registering on an app, okay, um, ordering online, those are intents. Let me move on. Okay, so there are traffic channels and user intent. And I will go quickly on this one. I know that the session today will be a bit technical, so I was expecting this. Sorry, guys, we just have to be. So there are traffic channels for user intent. Referral. Either you like it or not, as a product manager, referral is what gets you the highest conversion. If somebody tells you that if you want to make video call, the best just download WhatsApp. Trust me, WhatsApp is not going to stress you because somebody already said it. Even if the onboarding is five hours, you will do it because somebody said it's the best. That's referral. Second one is direct. Direct is what we checked earlier. As users seek out the product, maybe somebody said, maybe you read about something before, you just Google it. Okay, WhatsApp. That one too brings them to your app. Don't forget what we're doing is growth. After we're studying intent, how can people continue to use the app more? Third one is search. Of course, people can search to find your app. Then email. Based on email type, you send them emails and all of that. Then, of course, ads. But see, the lowest, this thing I wrote here, I did not just write it from my head. I researched it. I took this particular course from Karan Perry. Karan Perry was one that said, Karan Perry, the product manager in India, he made this point. It's the lowest intent. Most times, nobody clicks a product that has ads. People hardly clicks it. Do you understand? Good. So it's the lowest intent kind of product, kind of ways to get intent. So for your traffic channels, you have referral, direct, search, email, and paid. I know that many of you, whenever you see your questions, okay, whenever you see your questions from your online class or your canvas, it's always looking like Mr. Leke is stressing you or Leke is stressing you. And that's because most times when I'm taking time to teach something, I know some people just feel I'm glossing over it. I'm not glossing over it. So when I'm asking you, don't forget I taught you. So most times in class, you notice that people who may look like they are paying a lot of attention to the teaching, most times the questions always comes out as hard as the teaching is. So please let's pay attention. Again, I tell you, apps are good, but it's actually the least way people make a decision. It just helps people to know you. You okay? Ads is good for gaining virality. It's not good for really making decisions. But of course, moving on. I want us to finish this thing fast. I can take questions. So let's go to feature-based user intent. Feature-based user intent. Search. Search. Intent, okay, by the time we get to the end, we'll get what intent really is. Highest intent, user actively seeking specific content. For instance, people are intending to, for instance, I want to eat, and then I search for food. That's my intention. Okay. So search is one of the highest intents. It makes you feel good that you came up by search. Okay, that you came up, the people's intention searched you out. Yeah, somebody says SEO, so it's okay. Yeah, of course, you can't come out if there's no SEO, basically. Recommendations, moderate intent, based on user performance and behavior, they recommended you. Then browse, those are very low intent. They don't have a goal, they don't have anything. Then merchandising, of course, we're looking at here relevance to user needs, and which is why I dropped off some applications earlier because they're not working for me. So they are feature-based user intent. You are building your features to shape people's intent. I will get there. Let's move on. We are going to learn something that will solve that will end this class on today. The four-part framework. The four-part framework. The fourth-part framework. Let's go to part one. Part one. No, so the four-part framework, there are in four parts. Number one, we talk about, just a minute. I need to pull up something. There are four in number. One of them is creating. Number two is acquiring. Number three is shaping. Number four is serving. Those are the four ways to manage user intent to impact conversion rate. Four-part framework are the four ways to manage what user intent so that you can increase your conversion. Are you just going to allow consumers to determine what if you did all of these things and they still not search for your product? Even if you want to do SEO now, people have been spending money before you came to the business. So what are you going to do? There are four ways that you can manage their intent. Number one is creating it. Create intent for them. Trigger new motivation to consider a product. Create the intent for them. And what do? You advertise. That's the way to create intent. Like those ones did. I may not know them. You advertise. You look for referrals. You go for virality. That's what you do. You don't just assume that people are going to jump on your product. They won't. Advertise. Force feed motivation into force it on them. Number two is referrals. The fact that your friend is using a product, it drives curiosity. Referrals is key. Another one is virality. If there are about 10,000 of folks on the network, it gives growth. Virality is you have many users and you put it there. You can even put it under that's why if you're checking Google, it will show number of downloads, over 20,000 downloads. If you have to make everybody download this 5 times, let them download. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for success. And of course, there is a fake it to make it kind of approach to this. Get your mom, your uncle, everybody, go to a family function, collect their phone and be downloading. They may not be your users, but when your users now go to the app, if they see just 6 downloads, they will ignore you. Download, give yourself rating. It's very important. So that when the new users now get there, they can now use. Again, we're looking at content virality. What is content virality? I want to see if we're here. What do you know what do you think, how do you think content virality does in this kind of conversation? What do you think content virality does in this conversation? I'm listening. Content virality. What does it do in this conversation? I'm listening, guys. You are creating intent. We talk about advertisement, we talk about referrals, we talk about virality. Yes, exactly. Achieving outside content about the product. Yes. I'm listening. Let me just help you be fast. No, not just no, that's not point. So let me just help us. Thank you. So content virality is simple. For instance, you created a product, let's say ChatGPT. Hmm? How would you feel if I'm going somewhere, there'll be someone you know, of course. There'll be someone you know. Let me just see someone general that you know. Imagine if Barack Obama writes an article and says, let's say you don't about ChatGPT, Barack Obama says, a lot of my speeches came out better rather than using ChatGPT. So it's about, and then he now wrote an article on it, or Bill Gates wrote an article on LinkedIn on ChatGPT. So content virality is a number of contents, blogs, talking about your product. So that's why they are tech blogs. Many of us know tech blogs, right? Exactly, blessing Paulinus, you're right. You know tech blogs. That's how you create intent, guys. So don't just sit down there, write them, let them talk about your products. Write them. You can create a budget for your company. This is what we're using for apps is 1 million naira. And then Tech Nation is going to post us. They are going to collect 200K to post us and their content on their blog and on their Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Maybe there's a mailing blog, maybe HubSpot. You can pay HubSpot like one of their mails, you become like they give you a particular paragraph to write about your product. Content variety is key. And you don't go and do content variety with people that don't have the credibility or the audience. So that's the part one, creating intent. That you create intent. And I mentioned 4 ways to create intent. Exactly. God bless you, Tina. You just use what I was looking for. It gives you social proof. Seeing others engage with and share your content. Not the product, because we're not talking referrals now. Well, there are 4 things under creating intent: advertising, referrals, virality, and content virality. Advertising, referrals, virality, and content virality. So under content virality is what we have, not referrals. And that's right. So it's not just with the shared content, it's sharing info on your application. So it gives you social proof. All right. Please let me know if you understand everything under creating. Thank you. I mentioned 4 things: advertising, referrals, virality, and content virality. That's under creating. Yes. Then let's move to the 2, acquiring. Number 2, I'm talking about acquiring motivated users. So this is it. Of course, at this point, you're looking at marketing, content teams, PGT. So this one, you're looking at high quality. This time, you're looking at high quality customers. Okay? You're looking at high quality customers. High quality customers, that's what you get under acquiring. People are coming, performance marketing team, you know where your users are sitting. You're focusing on what users are currently, what the segments. Let me explain this way. Under acquiring, you're not trained to be here anymore. From your advertisements, you've seen users coming, you've seen what they do, you've seen what they achieve. Okay. So what you're trying to do with them is to know where they are sitting, know the different users, know what they do, know where they are, know the particular parts of your product they've got into, the particular page of your product they've got into. Maybe some people that have got into logins. They are actually, if you use mixed panel, you can get data. You've seen people that have gotten to a particular level on your app. Maybe people that have replied their mails, people that, reached out more. Those are the people you are acquiring. That is, you are targeting users who have existing motivation. The ones that have You know, the problem with people when they do email marketing is that they do it to people they don't know. They just do it to everybody, just buy 1 million leads and just fire to them. It most times fails. So what you do is you look for people who have already engaged, maybe a contact list you have built over time. You can now boost to them. Then number three, which is very, very important to me, is shaping intent. Shaping intent. I will explain. So shaping intent is where most people don't know. It's not just enough to acquire. You know, I said this thing is a bit psychic. You can determine what they should intend. I'm telling you the truth. You can determine what they should intend. So for shaping intent, I said maintain and enhancing existing users. And what did I say? Number one, anchoring. Number two, large hero portions. Three, managing perceived performance. Four, managing objections. Because of time, I will just explain what I mean. Now, what is hero portion? Anybody? What is hero portion? Hero portion. Hero portion. I'm listening. If you see most product managers talk about conversion optimization, it's shaping intent they want to talk about. Shaping intent is the most common thing we talk about conversion optimization. Of course, we're looking at changing the, for example, you are changing the position of an action button. You are placing the call of action more prominently. You are changing colors. Those things are shaping intent. You're making them big decision. I'm still waiting for hero session. Nobody has given me a definition. So the hero portion of a website is simple. They are like, let me show you. I'm not feeling our engagement today. It's very low. Are we in this class at all? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, buy cars. You're late to. I've stopped talking about. I've left anything about advertising and virality. I've left that part. I'm currently on shaping intent, which is number three. So let's not go to the back. Exactly. So the hero session is the prominent area at the top of the web page. Okay, this is a terrible session. I'm interested in this. Okay, let me see those now. Let me see. Okay, so hero session for a website, most times it has whatever decline or it has a large part that you can quickly see. So of course it's common now, okay? It's common now, so people may not appreciate what they are seeing. But it wasn't always common. Okay? It wasn't always common. There were times where people wouldn't even, know where what part is hero or not. There were not even websites, basically. So it's a thing now. So hero session is how you shape intent. You want to see. Okay? You want to see a part of the platform. You want to, that's when you write the important thing about the application. I was trying to show you a hero session. Let me go to a basic. Okay, let me check a bank. Let me just check premium trust bank. Let me check a bank. Let me check a bank website, and you will see what I mean. I'll go on to Azure. We all know. So this is hero session. Can you see what a hero session is? So this is hero session where you see everything. But things are quite so hero session is part of the landing page. A lot of things are big there. So it's you have sliders, they start showing you different screen, start writing top info for you. You get can you see what you're seeing here? So this is hero session for you. This hero session for you. You understand? So it's attractive, things are big there, then you have headers. So hero sessions are always well done to shape intent. Hero sessions are always well done to shape intent. So if you're managing a project or maybe it's a website project, your hero session is one call you must not joke with. Your hero session is one place you must not joke with. Again, you're not looking at managing perceived performance. How do you do that? I will explain. So, you know, sometimes what you are doing is managing patience, and I will explain. If a page is not loading, what do you do as a person? A page is not loading. There have to be some things that are there to keep people waiting. For instance, let me click company and let me click our management. Let me see, is it loading? Now, what most people have done these days, so some people before, they put some things there to be rolling up and down, to be shaky and all of that. But what they do lately is that they don't even make things roll anymore. Okay? They don't make things roll anymore. What they do lately is to, so the way they do it, I will explain. You see that this page is not load. You may not understand now, but your developers are the ones that will do it. They will build it so that this page will load automatically from cache, either the network or not. So there are other things that will now take time, but some basic things must load. For example, sustainability. Okay, you can see that this one did not load as fast. Do you understand? Because it's not loading and offline, it's loading directly online. So what people do mostly is to ensure that they put things that will make it load quickly. Nobody wants to do that anymore. Before, what you do to manage patience or manage perceived performance is to, what you want to do here is simple lately. Ensure that your website loads very fast. People are coming in, they want to get things done, they want to do a lot of things. Don't waste time. Again, we talked about don't just waste time. I don't want you to put that. Ensure that your speed is, that's the way to do it now. Before people put things around, maybe an aeroplane flying around, something loading. If you notice this browser, there is a browser that if network is not going, you can be playing games. I don't know if any of us know that browser. That you can be playing games if network is not loading. You'll be playing games on it, you'll be running around. I don't know if you remember. Yes, there's a browser like that you can play games. But don't do that here. These days things have changed. Work on speed, reduce your fidelity so that you can load faster. Of course, yes, Edge, thank you. And you're managing objections. How do you manage objections? There are some questions that when asked, okay, uh, when you ask some questions, ensure that there are things users are willing to answer. So it's simple. When this has to do with regulation. There are some platforms that have regulation, like fintech platforms and all of that. People must be more willing to use your product before you start pushing those things. That's why some people ensure that some important documents when it comes to all these fintech platforms, like scan your scan your certificate, your international passport, it doesn't come at the beginning. Okay? So let's see if I can finish part 4 before we go today. Serving intent. Serving intent is simple. Just a minute. So for serving intent, you are serving existing motivation, which is simple. You are reducing friction. What does it mean to reduce friction? I will explain. Reducing friction is simple. Number one, your website should not be showing error. All these error 504, error 505, you are creating friction. You are creating friction. You are creating fiction. People are trying to sign in. They are saying sign in QR codes, sign in through simple sign on. So many sign on. See that we did Google and logging in with Google. It's also easy. It's not a banking app I'm opening. Which one is QR code? All these things. So reduce friction. Reduce friction. Okay. Reduce friction. Reduce friction. The moment people are feeling stressed from your app, they will go. Not in the age of AI. People don't have that time. See, as a product manager, let it be that you're putting your feet down on things because clients will argue. But you tell them, I'm trying to ensure that people get this thing done easily. That's how they stay on our application. Again, of course, uh, for instance, there's thing they call, these things are more on payment applications actually. Payment applications, you know, involuntary payment features. Involuntary payment, they call it involuntary payment failures, but I won't go into that much here because I wanted to extract it. But let me just talk about reducing friction, manage bugs and glitches. Error 504, people try to make payment today, go to another person's account. Imagine, people try to log in, it does not log in, they log out, it did not log out. Do you understand? Reduce your bugs. Bugs, when it comes to tech, are things that does not allow your application to work properly as it should be. So expectations they have, the intent you promised them that you shape, you did not serve it. So that's what we call the fourth option, serving intent. The serving intent. So of course, we are almost done with this. Let me just help you. How to implement the framework. Determining flow and conversion metrics, that's the first step. Invest in data. Let me not waste time on this because implementation is not this is not another step in project management you need to implement. It's just a philosophy you must have. The four intents are philosophies you must have. So it's not really, it's a framework. You must create it, you must acquire, you must shape, and you must serve it. Okay. So when you see this framework, it's simple. It's not a step like that. So determine the flow, invest in data, visualization, all of that. Then align your team on the objectives that you want to do. Document your process, identify improvements, and all. In 2 minutes, please, to end this, let's just talk about myths and pitfalls. Myths and pitfalls, and I will rush through them. They are very simple. And I will explain. So myths are simple. Myth is when you think optimizations are always small. They are not small. Optimizations are not small. They are long drawn processes. So take time to work on it. Sorry, let me zoom up a bit. Let me zoom up a bit before I can go. So I'm talking about myths and pitfalls. So optimizations are not always small. It's not really good. They are not always small. Some people will say optimization means reducing steps. No, it's not just reducing step alone. Okay? Don't remove what's necessary. Because you are reducing steps does not mean, for instance, you are building a fintech app. Don't just say people should log in with Chrome and they're inside the app. That means if they can, don't just say people should log in with Gmail. That means if they can hack the person's Gmail account, they can go into the person's application. So for a fintech application, you need to have more processes. So don't just think it's by reducing process, please. That's one. Of course, some people think experiments are only done to launch something. No, it's not just when you want to launch. I wrote it again here. I said, trust data. In God we trust, everyone else bring data, don't forget. Then pitfalls. Let me just run through some pitfalls as we end the class. 5 pitfalls. Number one, starting at the top of the journey. Don't just do it across all the pages. Okay, break it down. Another one is, let me just say one before you go. Don't combine too many things at the same time. Reduce them. You combine too many tests that confuse you on what exactly you need. Okay, so as much as possible, streamline your journey. Conversion and optimization is a long process. Don't do everything all at once. Pick them one at a time, know what you want to achieve, and you will get there. Before we go, I want to remind us again of the training we're having on the 26th. Don't forget, 26th, 7 p.m. There is a training on thriving in the digital space, and I want us to be there. You can put that up again, admin, please. Thriving in the digital space is something I want all of us to be a part of. It's not just enough to learn product management. It's very important to be able to succeed while at it. It's going to be on 7 p.m. again, Saturday. Like I said, go to your LinkedIn. If Incubator hasn't set it up as an event yet, shout to their ex so they can do it. Um, what you do is register so you can get notified. Set it up on your Google Calendar, set it up on your Apple Calendar, or whatever, and then ensure it's up for you. Thank you very much for joining today. We meet same time, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Have a great time.